towards the A side where Starbound is waiting for them, Mimi. All the way up on that boosted angle and just takes off the head of Dodo. The rest of Shopify, they're flooding into the site, but Starbound's going to get out and play for the retake.
Yeah, it's going to be a great setup for the retake now for Wadadaa. Still having that dart coming back off cooldown for Power Pixel. A flash for Femboy as well. It's going to be a big fight towards Secret.
Oh, Alexis and Sarah find a couple of kills. They are just rinsing Wadadaa. This round's just over.
Lurk isn't even up in mid yet.
Shopify are looking to commit into this, though. Let's see what Alexis can find on the entry. The first shot is going to be there. Now Femboy pinged away. And with a smoke coming in, it's going to be hard for Shopify to actually get some foothold back into sight. Sarah's going to make it happen, though. And with another kill up towards heaven, Shopify Rebellion has spun this round in their favor.
They have no dive, no way into the site. Juna holding an angle loses that fight. And it just all falls apart for Wadadaa. 2v4 on this retake. Gonna just pray they can get a pick here to make an attempt. But they might even want to consider saving up.
They're looking for it, though. Starbound and Astralis. Tag team. Always looking good next to each other. And that's going to be the first one found by Starbound. Sarah, though, with 3, has made things near impossible for Astralis. Player coming in from street, 1 down long. And smokes are not going to give enough cover. Shopify Rebellion have secured their 3rd round undefeated. Starbound's got an idea of their own, though. Teasing onto the angle and seeing the shoulder. That's a big shot, taking Mel down to 51 HP. But it gives the option now for Shopify to accelerate into the site. That Hunter's Fury coming in from Sarah down long is excellent. Her utility usage is always sublime. And now as Femboy falls to Mel's rifle, it is once again Shopify in control.
And look at the lurk from Noya. She's worked all the way through mid. He's quite literally walking through CT spawn, and it's going to end this round.
Just the late backstab, and that was the op. That was supposed to be the difference maker for Wadadaa. Her 2nd null command of the map so far, and it's only round 7. Astralis, though, gets 2 kills. One of those is going to be the KO. So the Resurrect comes online, and Sarah's there in main, taking down her, her mirror matchup on the other side. Brings things down to 3 for Wadadaa. Still, Shopify Rebellion have yet to plant. And Wadadaa might try to get in here quickly. Already the garden has been popped. Wadadaa trying to move in. Femboy equalizes the score. And now with full control over the site and Shopify pushed back into main, Wadadaa have a lot of time to play with.
Look at Noya, though, on another late lurk.
Lurk coming in through Art. Right now, Flash is pushing these players back, and Sarah's got util in hand. That's going to be a problem. It all goes down to Noya. The spike's planted for her, but Starbound is ready. Ultimate from Shopify just try and flood on in through Art. Eyes on Astralis here, trying to consider going through the wall, but there's no angle to spam off of, and that spike's going down. Hold on.
Astralis
is
still
Astralis
playing front
actually
side.
looking for this? That is crazy. Just teasing the wall with her left shoulder.
Doesn't really have a way through, though.
Yeah, the rest of Wadadaa are here. They're waiting for that wall to go down, but all of a sudden, Alexis, 2 kills inside of the smoke. The flank coming out from Noya as well. This is just picture-perfect post-plant from Shopify Rebellion. There's only Astralis, the first one on the site.
And now she has an outlaw, the perfect angle to just cook them.
We're posted up. Well, we're not cooking. Starbound shot her. That has happened, although now Noya is the everlasting problem. 3 kills for her. Means Femboy down to 60 HP. Does manage to pick up that rifle, but this has just been a stunner to start things off now for Shopify Rebellion. Wadadaa have had seemingly no chance in these rounds, and that's going to take away any options to teleport away from Starbound. Makes their position very concerning, and they're smoked off too. Juna, the only player on site, taken down immediately by Alexis. And now it's the waiting game for Wadadaa. You can't play around the ultimates, and in the post-plant, I've got bad news for you, because the lockdown is coming in. 10 seconds eaten away from that. Counter-ultimate coming out from the defensive side, but Mel is lining them up. Shopify Rebellion are unstoppable so far. And it's only Starbound's op that's found anything in the round for Wadadaa.
Catches like at least 3 players. That's going to call more rotates for SR.
Yeah, spam shots coming in, and now this smoke placed by Mel just to make it almost impossible for Wadadaa to flush them out of Secret to get some control over backside. Astralis is going to go for it anyways, posting up on the forward line just to make sure they can get the spike down on the ground. Good shots out of her. Net the first kill of it. Tries to readjust, but Sarah will be there. Now Wadadaa need to come up with something. Down a player on the retake. Starbound It's a shot in. But falls back yet again, and with Sarah finding 3 on the round, you just can't help but ask who is going to shut her down. Maybe it's Power Pixel, the opposing Sova, and Sarah is low. That's 3 on the round now, and it comes into the one-on-one. Starbound can see Noya going for it, but the shots to the wall aren't connecting. Noya's just sticking this, and Starbound has to get in there. Noya takes them down. Shopify up on 10.
Oh, that's so well played by Noya. Street, they're just going to know that this has to be a hit into A. Sarah only goes 1 for 1. They're working on something here as Power Pixel gets another.
Power Pixel is heated up ever since those 2 kills, you know, that won Wadadaa their second round. Then the pistol, there's 3. All of a sudden, Wadadaa have a chance to overcome here. 1 Spectre's been upgraded into. A couple of Sheriffs are waiting into main. And Shopify Rebellion don't have much utility to get in here. A stun in Dodo Nut, but yeah, is definitely going to want to pick up the Bulldog. Keep your eye on Femboy. Center sight with the Spectre. Tough position to clear away, and it's not going to be done. Femboy gets another. Wadadaa may have done enough here in this round. Mel will get 1, but the clock is starting to tick away, trying to obscure the spike for a moment. Wadadaa aren't even getting up on this line. Shopify Rebellion are chasing down these players. Still need to go back into the spike, and Power Pixel taking their time with the ultimate to boot.
Everyone's home on B. Hunter's
We're ulting this?
Fury with no info, just to clear the sight on an eco. They might think it's not a stack now. This could get weird. Diving out of heaven. Noya's gotten 2. Already it's getting chaotic because Dodo's found a gun, Christy.
Oh, it is ugly. Now only 2 players left for Wadadaa. They're not even through the smoke either. It is uncomfortable, and Shopify are making the call to back out of Street and use this time they know Wadadaa has to take to send 2 back through their own spawn.
3 guns now recovered.
30 seconds.
Still, Starbound's Outlaw can do damage. Every player is 1 shot to that weapon. But they're going to be completely alone on this site.
They've got 0 utility to play with. It is just their guns, and they are down in numbers. Starbound can't miss here. Wadadaa, that hope I was talking about, it goes away. It disappears if this round is not secured. His first peek in the back hall will mean everything,
oh, no.
and Dodo is better. Power Pixel heated up towards the end of the first half, towards the start of this one, but now that spike not even planted for them. This round is cooked. It is a disaster for Wadadaa after winning their eco.
I just don't see how Starbound gets anything here. Tries a shot, and there's that off angle from Dodo. Gets the opener.
Oh, Sarah, that is gross. That is gross. Just go on to the next map. It doesn't matter. Starbound in a 1v5, it's not going to happen. This has just been brutal.
On and off angle A main, and cuts down all 3 players. Literally just a Sarah moment. This was her all map. Gotta be something like 20 kills to end this one as Starbound just walks her way in, and
Hunters.
yeah, this is
Fury,
over for them.
I mean, come on. The 4K from Sarah to win the game. Couldn't ask for anyone better to close it out after just a stellar map 1, and I think that was a statement, if anything. What it's meant is the first 10-15 seconds of this post lane is gone, and now they're walking into the crossfire. Again, Shopify Rebellion just torch Wadadaa in this pistol. Starbound is just stuck up, shoulder on the wall. Gonna have to leave some gaps somewhere. We'll see though, because Power Pixel has an opportunity to sneak into backside if they want to, choosing not to this time around, and instead allowing those 2 players to cook on the flank.
It's going to be a really fast flank, but Noya is in a super weird position where she could actually end up backstabbing these players' window.
Talk about weird positions. Sarah is on that side of the opening onto site.
Yeah, gets 2.
Okay, just instantly destroys this round. This is exactly what happened on Pearl. Their teleport will be heard by Noya. Unless it goes all the way deep. No, heard out. Noya now on the prowl. That's an easy kill, and keep your eyes on Dodo now, because Shopify Rebellion are putting on a macro masterclass. Noya taking her time, lining them up, gets flashed off the angle, and now all of a sudden it's just going to get worse and worse. Wadadaa try to stick it through, but with smoke going down, Astralis can't provide cover to her teammate. Shopify Rebellion take another.
And my god.
And Alexis is just holding that Rolling Thunder, ready to rip it onto the split up towards ceiling. Dodonut follows it up cleanly with the ultimate, and Starbound is not long for this world. What a play.
It's so nicely done. Yet again, back-to-back rounds for Shopify. The Chamber just has too much to deal with there. Getting Rolling Thundered on one side, has a Neon running at them, has 4 players running on the other side. Beautiful. And now it's a classic Shopify post-plant. High-low setups, post-plant util. I do not see how Wadadaa can get back in.
I mean, they saved so much utility as well. The drill, the paranoia. There was still a stun for the Neon as well. There's all these things. And even though Femboy is going to find a couple of kills.
Wadadaa got the win in that game, but they come back in stage 1 to show, hey, there is a tier gap here. And they're trying to prove it in this game.
Paranoia comes out. Astralis has found the first. But again, Dodonut playing around at this high angle, calls in the swing from her teammate, lining them up 3 for Dodo. And that doesn't remove Sarah from being a problem. Again, all of a sudden though, Astralis has brought in one-on-one. Astralis with 4 on the eco. Wall is also something that Mel can try to peek back in front of and play on top of. Femboy dropping into hell. Beautiful shot out of them. But there's still the backline of Shopify. Mel now teleports into hell. And now with the dart to come through, Shopify ready to swing. Power Pixel falls. Another one drops. And Wadadaa still trying to get somewhere back onto the site. Astralis has been locked in and so good. But it's back to a one-on-one. Starbound can't do it. Shopify Rebellion and Noya take their nut.
They're going into an execute now, but there's a lot of players here for Shopify.
Yep, Shopify are ready to pounce on these players flooding into C. There you have it. Dodonut gets the first, and Power Pixel turns around 5 HP, but another blind. The utility is just overwhelming. Wadadaa now inching their way back onto the site, but the smokes have gone down. That means there's absolutely no cover for them. And with Noya and Sarah and the rest of Shopify on the way, it's just not going to happen. It's not going to be easy for Wadadaa. Got to get through this smoke first, got to get through Dodonut second, and something tells me that's going to be hard, but Paranoia isn't able to secure any more kills. But again, the clock is winding down. Mel is still left on this site. It's not going to be there. A 4-piece for the IGL. Well, Wadadaa trying to sell a B fake, but it's a 3-stack in the A space. Stun, Paranoia. Oh, you thought for a moment that it's happening. It's happening. A 2-on-1 now. Power Pixel down to 26 HP. And they've been boxed in as well with Sarah on the flank, Noya, Guardian in hand. It's happening again, Mimi. Shopify Rebellion win the bonus. Indubitably. Anyways, Wadadaa, they are seemingly walking into a 3-stack on the B site. Now, Sarah is using the Hunter's Fury. Effie is putting her on timeout, I think, because not only did it not win the round, it only tagged 1 player. If anything, it's just pushed Wadadaa into an open C site.
And that's exactly where they're ending. So it's a repeat of the last round. Guess what? Both our teleport agents are alive. Where are they going to be? Super far forward in this post plant. Everyone else can hang back, play off that utility. But even in a player-up scenario, there is still some danger to this one. Shopify, they've won a lot of 4v5s today.
Oh, first shot baited out by Alexis. Now Shopify Rebellion gear themselves up to get back onto this site. A chance to just go 2-0 up here in the grand final, but it's not going to happen with this forward hold. Great play out of Juna and Femboy. Dodonut just going to scamper away with that operator in hand. What did I have no control over C-Long? They have no control over backside C. We're down under 20 seconds. Critical moments for the Wadadaa squad. Now knowing they've been spotted out. Position revealed. C-Long secured by Power Pixel, but Mel is here. Spike taken out. More players continuing to come in from Shopify Rebellion. Blow out the candle. Shopify Rebellion take haven.
Yeah, 4 quick kills from Mel to close that one out. And it was a masterclass from her all the way through. That attack side was beautifully called back to double up on stairs. So Shopify will be able to get this site pretty much uncontested and maybe even fight towards CT.
Yeah, 3 players in shop for Wadadaa. They're definitely going to want to get out here quickly. Off some utility or just off of the swing. 3 players face on in. Mel dealt with in main. And while the spike is planted, Shopify Rebellion are hopelessly outnumbered. Holding their ground, Sarah has to go for the reload, and Wadadaa will take their first pistol round of the finals. These on-site smokes to try and get a plant.
Yeah, all the way out on site already, ready to pop through, but Femboy has the judge. This could cook. That's 3. Femboy dances around and tucks back in for the 4th. Should be the ace. And Femboy grabs it. That is impeccable. SR, though, you talked a little bit about how they play their macro here, and well, in this round, they're going to have to deal with a bit of a faster play than we've seen thus far. Femboy already down, embedded in mid.
Yeah, hard to run these fast plays without a breach in your comp, but they use the paranoia. Almost like a fault line there as Femboy continues going into spawn. That's a mistake, because Noya simply exists. That is gross. 4 players, one after another. Noya's not going to quite find this player, though.
Oh, come on,
He's going to finish
Dodo.
the job there.
Pick on B with the Rolling Thunder.
Yep, it is time. Smoke's in, Rolling Thunder out, Starbound gonna run all the way back in towards Boba. We'll be able to get this high angle, just barely see over the top of this smoke. My eyes also go into mid where Noya is gonna be waiting on a late lurk, and Juna gets 2 kills just spamming through the smoke? What's going on over there? Juna now holding her ground while Noya is forced to accelerate on the lurk, break away a tripwire. But again, that door is annoying. Noya is making so much noise to try and give something towards Sarah, who's creeping into Boba and has found her mark. She gets hers, and now Noya goes back in. A 2-on-3 out of a seemingly hopeless situation from Shopify Rebellion. And Sarah still posted forward on the line. Alexis ready to play off of her. She keeps creeping forward. Again and again, that's gonna be another. Sarah waiting for more players to challenge. Again, she finds it. 3 on the round. And again, she gets it. 4 for Sarah. We're all tied up. Shopify call to use this on the hit. That could pose some serious problems for the players on site. So could Noya. That high low just been dropped out of, but Femboy and Power Pixel are all here. This is just a beautiful round out of Wadadaa. Rolling Thunder now, going into the site. Starbound is not hit, so while their teammate does fall and the smoke goes in, I thought they had some hope, but Dodo Nut is just ripping that away. Beautiful entrance onto the site.
How many ults do Wadadaa have to use? That's really the question.
That's
It comes
one.
to Nightfall to start. Great paranoia as well.
Counter Hunter's Fury, though. Eyes on what Sarah's going to be able to do with that one. Just disrupting the retake for now as Femboy goes flying into the site. To call it. The shots, they're there. Wadadaa 3 out of nowhere. That is perfection. Wadadaa destroy Shopify on A. Trying to rely on the drone to push away the potential off, so they know it's here. They see Starbound going for the peak, and the shot does not connect. Teleport over. Wadadaa trying to flood into the site. Juna is only good for the 1. And it's just Astralis back here, calling in her teammate. Femboy as well, trying to go push around this left side. With 20 seconds left onto the clock, Shopify Rebellion under immense pressure, but they face up together. And it will be Sarah to see the round through. A lot, but Power Pixel has not flinched, is still in elbow, but can't find that first kill. Falls back into slant now as more and more utility goes their way. First kill comes in, and now Astralis has rotated over. Wadadaa have players coming into the site. We're down to 15 seconds, and Power Pixel is still alive. Wadadaa now down to 10 seconds, may have just done this. There's not enough time to get the spike, let alone plant it. Shopify Rebellion have to find the kills, and they will not be there. Femboy is just dancing on Noya, and Wadadaa will lead 7-5 going into the second half. The question is, how quickly do Wadadaa want to go? Smoke on the top right of mid. I mean, we're just sending it. Femboy is into the thick of things. Stun tags on both players, but also hits themselves. Oh, cross-map assistance from Sarah, and now Juna finds yet another. Femboy continues bolstering into the site. Wadadaa have B.
And it's going to be a great post plan as well. Still Starbound stuck in on this site. Now having to go back and re-clear into main. They'll secure this space, and Shopify, there's so many angles they have to worry about. Clearing through spawn, clearing through market, and they are all separated 1-1-1.
All 1v1s for Shopify. What can they find? Not playing for teamwork this time, instead playing for the individuals. But Mel has rotated back into Donut, 3-on-3.
Mel's paranoia sold them that there was a heavy flank presence, so everyone is worried about fighting into main from Wadadaa.
And now they're stuck behind the smoke. Wadadaa have run into a lot of trouble playing in B main previously. Already a half stick, but the Spuser has been killed.
Back this to be heavy through elbow. There's going to be a stun, a dart, and the neon sliding off contact.
It could be ugly. Power Pixel isn't even with the team. The initiator utility isn't there. And Noya backside is finding two with the classic. Wadadaa have to get out of there.
They're leaving Power Pixel alone. Now they're selling a fake late A and trying to pivot B.
But Mel is still
Are they coming back A?
Oh, it's a problem.
What is
It is a
happening?
big, big problem. 35 seconds left on the clock. A new lurker enters the mix. Is Starbound actually going to come back into this player? No. We're going towards Boba
into Mel.
with 25 seconds left on the clock. This could be a disaster. Now, Mel only has the classic. But what else does she have? A Paranoia, some teleports, some tools to play with now. That Paranoia is going to connect onto the one. With 12 seconds left, Wadadaa under immense pressure. First one dealt with. Power Pixel is there, and Starbound just barely sees this round through. And they've got to read. Players are already here. There's so much utility for Sarah and gang to play off of. The first tripwire is broken. That's going to be a kill. Juna comes into backside, but Noya's already there. A beautiful stun from Dodo Nut. I mean, it is just classy. Crash as well. So very hard for Wadadaa to accelerate on in. Steel Garden will go down. Camera will see the players coming through. And Femboy likes their chances, peeking back towards Boba. Hunter's Fury now. The goddess of death, Sarah, has two. Her Hunter's sight is unlocked. She sees everything. Sarah has opened up the pathway back into B for the team. Shopify Rebellion, regroup, take their time, call Mel back over. They know they have the numbers coming back. Femboy turns it right back around. 2 kills through the smoke, and they're not falling back either. Quick movement, sliding into the corner, baiting for Astralis. What is that out of Femboy? Mel now with an operator is taken down. A mad round. The way of Shop, smoke there. Now the trip will reveal exactly what's going down. But as long as they don't give Mel an opportunity to find a fight here, things should be just about fine for Wadadaa.
A complete isolationist policy. Lock her up, put her away, and don't give her a kill. Don't give her a kill.
Oh dear, not the
giving Mel a
reload!
kill!
How is it happening again? Mel with the Paranoia buys herself a little bit of space. Question is, will Power Pixel be able to find something? Dodo Nut's on site. It is a catastrophe. If this slips away from Wadadaa, Power Pixel is bringing it back though, and Starbound is there. It equalizes into a 2-on-2, a moment of respite, a chance to take a breather, and Starbound slithers away as well. The op is posted on the line, but Sarah bests her. And now Power Pixel in a 1-on-2. Shopify Rebellion steal the eco for themselves.
Walk into mid. Pressure the tripwire and try and break that one down.
Big old damage.
Take some spam, even a shot onto Sarah as well. This is a great start to the round for Wadadaa.
Yeah, the threat of that operator in mid makes it so hard to play, and a well-timed lurk from Juna. Wadadaa already with 2 kills. Alexis maybe to try and creep in front of this smoke and bring her team back into the round. The Nightfall will ping her out and keep things very well under control for the rest of Wadadaa. As I say that, here comes Shopify. 2 kills already. Juna equalizing on the other side though, and Wadadaa will take a big breath of relief as they know Noya's only down onto 7 HP. I mean, you remember back to the pistol round, it was that top mid smoke on the right side. Wadadaa have shown a lot of Femboy sprinting through that top space. Oh no, Dodo can't find the shots. Now there's an ultimate back into spawn, but Sarah is wrapping around on Astralis. That's 2 kills immediately returned from Shopify Rebellion.
But they're still going to get out onto B for Wadadaa. Juna has thorns, has a flash. They'll have a solid post plant here, but Alexis has the Rolling Thunder. And if they feel the need to commit that, it should be the tool to lock up this round.
Femboy playing those forward lines was a serious issue previously for Shopify to get past on these post plants. This time though, Femboy down to 41 HP. Good scouting. We'll see all 3 players, I do believe. So the fight comes into market. Mel deals with Juna, and now with all this utility just battering away the players trapped here on site, Starbound tries to provide some amount of cover for Femboy back on default. That slow is not going to be a good thing for Alexis. Another pick. Now the op shot misses. Femboy on the wide swing, but pulls away from the fight. Noya's on the spike. It's a one-on-one all of a sudden. Then Noya is sticking through. The kill comes in, but it is too late. We're still in it.
But look what SR have. They have a paranoia, they have a stun, and they're
it's a
posturing
refight.
back into main.
Here we go, Alexis and Mel with the gun swinging straight into the line. But Femboy and Juna, that's 2 quick kills. Donut is out of here. Donut has the up. She can't leave the site. She needs to find some kind of a kill, but the paranoia will push her away. Wadadaa have the numbers now in the plant.
And this is a really difficult retake. Only Sarah's utility. Dodo with an op in hand. Wadadaa
Slides
could
out.
close it here.
Posting up now. Shopify Rebellion need to find something, but these angles, Wadadaa are not affording them any opportunities. Drop down comes in from Sarah. Starbound's good this time around. And now falling back into main. No smokes to pose any problems for them. Juna continues to dominate from on-site. Wadadaa on an eco of all things now in a 4-on-1. Dodonut is out, and Wadadaa are here to play with a thrifty to force us onto a map 4.
Both times they've played Shopify this year, they took a map off of them, and this grand finals will be no different. Paranoia, a little late. I don't think the Omen's gonna rotate in time. Maybe now a chance. Here she comes.
Yeah, wall comes out from Astralis. Paranoia in now too, but it seems a little bit delayed. No one actually fighting off that, but the door is opening as that smoke is going down. 2 kills for Juna. Falling away from the line now is all of a sudden a teleport over. Wadadaa instantly reacting to this one. Juna's still low, but it's Wadadaa with a numbers advantage. Looks like the spike will be planted. Noya's gonna sell out her teammate for a moment though. Repositioning onto the lower line. They want to take this fight into Waterfall. Only 2 players here from Wadadaa. This is the way back into the round. Good opener from Mel, but isn't ready for the next player coming around the corner. Starbound now creeping and waiting for Mel. That's going to be the first kill. Noya gets 1, but it's Wadadaa with a 3rd pistol round in a row. We've seen that chamber trip pretty consistently.
Juna.
Oh, Juna's been so good. Absolute heater the last 2 maps.
Literally just swings into B main, destroys Noya, and now that'll force Shopify to excel into the A site.
Yeah, only 4
the
alive
TP.
here. Teleport up from Mel. Let's see what she can do. That tether. Femboy didn't hear a thing. Good on Power Pixel to be there to trade it out. That means the Nightfall unlocked. That's all 3 players tagged up. Wadadaa have to know someone's back here in pit. Come on now. 2 more players coming around the corner. Dodonut is crisp with it. Sees a couple of heads, takes them right off. And that'll be Starbound. Pushed away once again. The operator in hand, and this round lost.
Shopify's attack side on this map is so formulaic, and I say that in a good way. So now the fight for this round comes down to Starbound up against Sarah on the lurk. When does she choose to go? Perfectly timed from Sarah. Good night to the Opper. A's open for business.
And now Noya hears all 4 little pairs of feet running away from the seaside. It's time to activate on that lurk. Those slow lurks. It's been a while. Last map we didn't really see it, but on Haven, Noya was consistently that backstab. And it will be no different this time around. The rest of her teammates playing very forward on that Heaven line. Noya takes her time with it. Maybe could have taken a little bit more time, but now she's got 3 people turning around for her, and it's not gonna matter. 4 players line them up. In Wadadaa's heads that it will be a B split. Showing so much with Alexis in front B, but I know better, and I think it's going to be moving back over towards A. Double satchel into the site. Noya capitalizes off of that, and that allows Alexis to be the late backstab instead.
30 seconds left.
A rarity for her.
No, creeps up into Heaven now. Posts on the forward line, no support, but Dodo will be back over into drop. Hold on, that's a shotgun kill. And Alexis has chosen not to go for the flank, but to regroup with the team while Showstopper is pulled. Wadadaa are trying to win this round. They're throwing ultimates into this one. And now cleared away the site. No one over in tree room. Dodonut still on site. No one's cleared because no one's ready for it. That ultimate catches her at exactly the right moment. And now Alexis is in, but yeah, as you say, it's a thrifty round. It's a full defuse. The site crushing ultimate. Have to clear away Femboy somehow. Dinks through the box. Is going to assist on that front, but Shopify Rebellion trying to get Dodonut all up. Noya has worked into C, so the ultimate goes on the other side.
And look where Dodo is. These double lurks yet again. Dodo can be killer from this position.
Here's the footsteps. That's 3 pairs rotating away. High spot for Mel on the other side. Dodo's been told to take her time, but that might come back to bite Shopify Rebellion.
Mel's alone.
It's time to get going. Finally, Sarah will join into the fight. First shot is good for Mel. And a rat smoke on site just to buy some pressure, buy some space. Mel's good for another. And now with the pit to dance around inside of as well. That spike is planted for off of sight. And no one's on this spike just yet. Finally, someone turning around for Dodo. And will be dealt with. Starbound gets it back on. Half stick on the defuse. We're just going all the way through it. It doesn't matter that Mel gets 3 kills. Wadadaa have found themselves another.
Turned into a super chaotic team fight.
Yeah, I'm honestly a bit disappointed. PowerPixel had the Nightfall, but tried to get out there and fight early. Similar look here. Early fight from Starbound. Again, forced to teleport away, but they've left an Omen over in the corner. Nobody's looking at Juna. They have absolutely no idea that someone could be here. Wadadaa have never done anything like this, and Juna is taking her time. 1 kill. Actually sells her position out, and now needs to teleport away. 30 HP, and a prayer just barely gets away.
But that's Mel dead. No smokes means a late round hit is going to be all the more difficult.
Showstopper. It's time to go. It's time to get into this site. Slow is popped. And that really stalls out Dodo's chances of moving forward here. That Showstopper's not going to find anything, and Dodo Nut is not going to hear that there will be this flank coming in.
Nightfall's pretty early. There's no follow-up for that, and with the Omen still stuck behind this turret, it has to come down to the 4 players on the site.
Alarm bot in water. Wadadaa, how do we find our angle? So much utility to stall it out. Starbound just takes the angle, gets the op shot. Now posts up onto Baby Door. Juna's position has been revealed. Noya is waiting for it, but it doesn't matter. Wadadaa just went everywhere. All right. There is a chance. It would start with Starbound here. Sees the player, doesn't connect on the shot. Again, Juna is here, and I wouldn't have thought it was going to be the case, but Juna has been an absolute hero for this team today. An assassin in and out with murder.
That's incredible. Double TPs to escape. Now, Wadadaa 5v4 on the retake, and look how aware they are of these lurks. PowerPixel is waiting so long for Sarah, but does she wait long enough to get the punish? Oh, they will. Shot found. Down goes the lurker.
And now PowerPixel could pop that door, threaten a flank, so what does Dodo Nut do? Gets active into Waterfall. Pivots back towards spawn. Here's 3 players coming in onto the angle. Is completely ready for Wadadaa on the retake. Satchel not gonna get it done, and out on the wide swing, it's Dodo with 3, and Noya to capitalize as well. PowerPixel now with position revealed, 2 players all around them. Gets the first, down to 3 HP. And that clock is starting to tick away. Time is starting to be a bit of a problem here with 1 bullet in the chamber. PowerPixel has to go on the hunt, and it'll be Noya to take the lead at the half. Trailing 0-2, would need a reverse sweep, would need another pistol here. Gonna be aware that Shopify have taken some forward space. Ready on the fight, door open, paranoia out, utility traded back and forth, but it's PowerPixel to find the first shot, and a great little jump up for a little bit extra on that as well. Sarah gets 2, but not before Wadadaa have been able to recover the spike and start moving back in towards Mel. Mel down to 55 HP with a flank miles away. What is she going to be able to find? A dink could be enough to secure this round. Spike is being stuck through. And Wadadaa are so low. They know how hard this is going to be. Now that Mel and Noya have teamed up. An execution. And it's just over. Mel gets another on the round. The rest of the team works on C. And Mel, while top site, is very, very low. That earlier shot has laid the groundwork for Wadadaa to find this, and that is exactly it. PowerPixel falls on the other side, a sacrifice, but they have the plan.
It's a 3v5 retake, and look at the guns. A judge on Noya, an outlaw on Dodo. Those are not the tools you want to retake. Season 8, though. The
we're alive?
Perfect, but it's just to the left, and Femboy lives to fight another day, now with the Raze Rocket online.
And there's an awkward deadlock wall on site. I mean, it's uncomfortable for Shopify. It's uncomfortable for this team to even find an angle back in. They're really taking with their time with it. Alexis is going to be there for the first. And now that showstopper finds its mark. Wadadaa have done it. A thrifty round 2 opened up by PowerPixel. Fire trying to play up in tree. You know that Mel is going to be taken out by that. That is a whole lot of pressure. Counter paranoia, and that Viper wall goes up. Hold on. Mel can't find it, and Astralis just faces it, walks straight through the wall. 30 seconds that pushes Alexis into back sight. trail on her. And that's gonna, again, deny her angle after angle. Keep your eyes on Mel, too, who's crept up into stairs. That opens up options. This is getting a little bit crazy. It was Juna that got that pick. And Wadadaa with a beautiful post plant.
I have no idea how Mel doesn't get any kills. It felt like the perfect lineup. 4 players illuminated in her face with the Odin, but she was just maybe 2 meters too far to the left, has to reposition. And in that time, hold on. Oh yeah, still making a go here. 1v2.
Well, that's annoying. Well, that's more annoying. A double swing would be even worse. Yeah, Lady Gaga strat over towards A. It is time to fight. Wadadaa are primed and ready for it. Early util, even throwing in the net this time, and a teleport over into the corner. That's a great angle for Juna to play with. Shots traded back and forth, and it'll still be continuing that trade 1-for-1. Mel tries to dip out of the territory, and Nightfall to stall this out and reset the round.
Well, it's 1-for-1 in the ults as well. The kidnap from a deadlock doesn't hit. Nightfall will stall them out. But Wadadaa doesn't have space anywhere else on the map. So here comes the walk-up. Noya is all the way through into attacker's spawn. And unfortunately for Wadadaa, they are completely surrounded. The only way to break out would be to kill this flanker or pivot back into B. And, well, it seems to be a walk back towards Noya's territory.
Yeah, you got to at least clear close in your spawn here. But this box in is tough, especially down to 45 seconds. Peeking the angles together. They're taking it deliberate. They're taking it slow. But right here is what matters. Femboy on the wide swing will get the job done. And whether or not Starbound can get out of here would be everything. A quick teleport to the other side as Mel actually jumps in with the ulti of her own. 25 seconds left on the clock. 2 players inside of the smoke trying to protect for Mel coming in. Femboy is there for 3. And buy some safety for the plant.
And this is probably a save now. Noya is still alone here. It is going to be a late look towards B maybe here. There's other players set up for Shopify. This is a solid position for Alexis.
Here goes Femboy into the fray, into the mix of things. Donut 2 kills with utility and has now picked up a rifle. Sarah as well has one of her own, and we're down to 30 seconds onto the clock, Mimi. There's a deadlock wall already placed up. But so many problems as Sarah could throw up this wall herself. The smoke goes down, and Power Pixel is there to find the frag. Now, as Wadadaa pivot back over into the C site, it would be up to Noya on top of this site with the Sheriff. 12 seconds left. She just needs 1, maybe 2 kills here, and that could be everything, but doesn't connect onto the shot. 5 HP, Mel trying to sprint forward and find something, but the spike will be planted, and it all comes down to the hero rifle, the in-game leader of Shopify Rebellion. Mel, she is out, and Wadadaa are on map point. Starbound likes their chances creeping into C. Remember, Wadadaa could open the door themselves. Right now, busting it out into that B site. Sarah gets 2 kills, Donut as well. It's just a massacre in here with Mel coming through the door. Wrap it up. It's time for the next round.
Great stuff from Mel there. Takes the perfect timing, opening up onto that door. Pinches through with her teammate, and the Viper utility from Sarah is enough to keep her safe on that site. Starbound, didn't catch a tag through that box, but in the 1 versus 4, I don't think even they can make something of this.
$30 left.
Such a
Double op setup for Shopify. Sarah's going to contest
stealing
towards
a little bit of attack.
Yeah, Dodo's going to contest towards C. They don't want to let these orbs slip, and that's Dodo with an opener. That's a smoke's dead again.
Yeah, that is bad news. And that's just a shot coming in through the smoke, because Juna had put down the smoke on the ground to counter out the one-way, break that angle. So it sort of nullifies this entire timeout. They had some idea of what they want to do in the mid-round. Now you're getting upped over here. Like, it must just be so frustrating for Wadadaa to be on map point and get hit with this.
What a good call from Effys and Mel coming out of that timeout. Desperation towards B now for Wadadaa, but the counter utility's good. They're full stalled again.
By the way, it's because Shopify had so much money. Sarah's actually traded off of the AWP now and has a rifle back in hand. Now there's the numbers advantage.
This is such a gross angle for Dodo to hold. Wadadaa's just praying that someone from Shopify will make a mistake. I don't think they're getting their opportunity.
30 seconds left.
Doesn't quite connect there. Wadadaa on 18 HP, but you don't need much more than that if you can get back onto the line with the op. Continuing to challenge, and well, if Mel were to fall, that could pose some problems, but I don't think Mel's falling. Not before she gets her too. 13 seconds, time dwindling away. Sarah will close out this round. Aren't going to let them punish on that angle again, but Dodo's in position. This could be everything. Shots don't connect, and now Astralis tries to pick off Dodo. That's going to grab her up. Mel is trying her best to try and save her duelist, but Power Pixel is there with the spam. 3 players rotate in. Wadadaa trying to commit into this site. Teleport in, teleport out. Wadadaa are trying to mix it up and get out of dodge.
Every player towards C, but the cancel is called. Still a minute to work with an advantageous position.
Wadadaa can't miss this opportunity. That pit in their stomach after they were on map point 3 rounds in a row. Now with the advantage, getting that for themselves. The position has been revealed. Paranoia waiting in Mel's hands. Still 3 players hanging around this C site. The clock working down. 35 seconds. Paranoia now to stall. That's all the utility. Try and get into this site used, and Mel is finding 2. Alexis adds up with Sarah. It is time for OT. We're not done yet.
He's put a little pressure there as Mel has made it so deep just walking into this site. They could contact all the way into A.
SR's leader taking first contact, getting in the mix, and now Power Pixel is blinded up, naded up. You're not doing anything in a spot like that. Femboy, do they activate before their team gets there? They will.
30 seconds left.
Look at the lurks.
This opportunity as 2 players boost up into heaven. Femboy is in a position that no one is expecting. That is 1. The lurk activates from Noya, but still, there's Femboy down on site. This is the decider for Wadadaa. There to get back in the round. Now, the double omens on both sides, but it's Mel to take that fight. Femboy in a 1-on-2. The early tap, trying to bring players back into them, but now the scout comes on in. There's just too much to deal with. Shopify Rebellion are up to series point. Alexis isolated. Noya looking for a chance to peek on through. This time Alexis finds her mark. Noya dealt with, but Alexis for 3! Alexis is taking Shopify Rebellion all the way through. It is just 2 sole survivors from Wadadaa, and Alexis is still on the hunt. She sees the blood trails. She's found her mark, and Dodonut will finish it off. Shopify Rebellion, they weren't here for a kickoff, but they remind everyone who the best in Game Changers is.
And it's the first win for Dodonut. She lost every single final to Shopify last year, joins this team, and starts the year right. A great performance from her.
Envy versus Ambrosia, my friends, best of 5 grand finals. These guys already proved that they are insane online and in LAN, my friends. All eyes on tier 2, all eyes on Envy and Ambrosia, bro.
Specifically, it's Ambrosia that have moved away from that. Your satellite.
Envy, don't be too good today. I want to see 5 maps, please. I know it's hard for you guys.
Standard perch here for Ion. Well, he popped himself up. X is happy to take that engagement, but can't gate crash out in time. Ion here, though, dirty shots. And a big connection. Satellite able to bring him down, but Kane is just able to help his team continue to trade up.
But Ambrosia is good too, man.
2 versus 1. Glyph, the last player left for Ambrosia to work with.
Satellite is an insane player.
Killing field over at Rubble is left in his wake.
In terms of the aim, when it isn't Kane Zero popping off.
He wasn't even supposed to be here, actually, right?
At Ion as
wasn't he supposed to join Clibbert?
So sharp mechanically. Gets his team at a huge advantage here and puts all the pressure on Glyph to step up.
Now he's on the grand finals, bro. Damn.
Got it, of course. He tries to cross by his B side. Popping here is enough to justify. Oh my god, Envy just have made the right call here. It was like a fake TP almost by Glyph, but he was kind of hoping they'd think it was fake and he'd be heading to C instead. Set up that you mentioned for Inspire is about to be put to the test. Cybercake on site. Okay, Prowler triggers that first trap wire, and Inspire knows there's a good chance to be a TP up on top.
Oh, there's Panman. Oh, but look at the time. Huge goes by popping.
Maintains that position, but Envy started to come in very quickly. Already snapping at the heels. And Willie, all he can really afford to do is try and plant here. A pretty inauspicious outing for this first
Ambrosia,
round for Ambrosia.
I'm sorry to inform you, but you are in trouble, my friends.
Certainly had the opportunity to kill Ion, but it was awkward. They're just going for this A-fight straight away again.
They just happened to throw down for it as well this time, though. Ion is bested.
Okay, okay. 5v3.
Beat themselves to the beast.
Oh my god, bro. I thought he was going to get that kill.
Ambrosia, they will fight them as
Kane is 0, the future gold. Eggster, the Tar of Valorant. The guy is huge.
Clearing corners, Eggster. Uncharacteristically, kind of whiffs on that shot. And some fire in the side. Kane.
Oh, he got too.
Kill contract now has been developed, but Willie's just going to go in and get this plant down.
Spike planted.
And now we're going to commit. Kane's going to go for it. Nose glyph is on that.
Man, the way he moves is so different.
Swings should be more than enough here. Kane, the double tap. It could be a problem. It's on the Shondex now.
What? There's no way.
No kill
way.
contract to try to end the round. Double tap shield at the ready. Shondex knows what he's going to do here.
Baby goat, baby goat, baby goat.
It's the
Oh my god, put these guys to play on Masters right now, right now. Eneba.com is a gaming marketplace with 40,000 gaming products, including new and old titles with the best prices in the market. You can buy Riot Points to get the skins of your dreams with the Valorant gift cards, Xbox Pass, YouTube Premium, and much more. Check it out, the link in the description.
A little palace to play behind here. All these trap wires, actually pretty deep trap wires. Satellite, okay. Looks like he's over the top of it. Kane's in there though. Only has a little bit of time to make use of double tap. Nightfall though comes out. He's about to get ready to fight. Surely, Satellite dealt with him. Inspires tucked in halls, but very low himself. And Poppin could be a real nuisance here. That is a lot of players hit by Nightfall. But all that information, only allowing Envy to even allege us so far. That is a acid aim from Eggster. Just on the move. Now Poppin's going to step up. Okay, all of a sudden Ambrosia really, genuinely.
I love that. I love that. And I feel like the Envy games, they finish faster than others, bro. It's like Paper Rex. The pace is so fast, bro.
Completely dominant, choke your opponents out of the game, or be quiet as the economy has definitely not favored them.
This is dangerous. Ion kind of on an island right now.
Trying to vary his approach, trying to work a little bit alongside the Prowler. This is just raw sauce again. Both
the last couple of days I've been suffering a lot with allergy. Oh my goodness.
Trading in negative fashion, and obviously
maybe it's a code with allergy. I don't know. Why there is shit
here on this A side. And so
there's actually snowing in Brazil, but can you believe it?
Really not great retake positions to play from at all.
Kane gets
small part of Brazil.
He will have that kill contract. Maybe can find a relevant situation for it, though. You know, retaking like this, it's not fantastic unless they get into a 2 versus 1 on the cross.
And edge contingency. All right. And use that to get him into the side. Yeah, pops that now, but yeah, caught by Upper. There's just far too many perches.
And now Ambrosia tying up the game, man. 5 rounds in a row as well.
Lossless for the next.
I want to see a close game, man. A close series.
Go for it here, why not? But
love it. I love it.
Not favoring Envy and Inspired only 150 rather.
Okay, okay. But they are so rich, bro.
It just feels kind of feudal, really. Trying to pressure the economy in this kind of fashion.
Inspire. Farming done, bro. That's good. That's good.
Round of the game of Valorant.
Hoping to catch someone on the cross. One catch 2. Oh my god, they were so close to being lined up. Ion does take a little bit of damage. In fact, now Shondex trying to get that timing and succeeds.
Actually still here though. Patient. Maybe now pretty spread across the map. Hill Garden doesn't catch it onto anyone as Extra was actually repositioning for Upper here. But again, round 12, you make use of those ultimates if they come up. Welly now looks like he's going to tuck, maybe just play alongside Shondex and push here in the direction of Link, but this is clever for Inspire. Holding the angle, sees the player, nothing that Welly could have done there. There's no way to create a spacing that allows you to win that duel. And what?
But these guys are insane.
It's particularly egregious. And now, all he has to do is fall back. It's all on Inspire to make this happen. And again, Welly,
time is ticking.
Solid gold for us. Very unreasonable situation to try and win. He's trying to get away. Inspire nips at his heels. Welly
goes gotta get half. We gotta get half.
Afford to chase him. A tap. He doesn't get it at half, and he knows that's it. Perfectly done by Welly. This will be another attack side
Jesus
win.
Christ, man.
Unreal.
No real reason to play at a baby doll. There'd be no support from Welly if he tried to do that. But this composure from Shondex, so clean. Kane's out of the game. Satellite here takes a big challenge, and look at that Razorvine slowing Envy right on up. They can barely get in position.
Yo, Envy, you gotta win this pistol.
Ion tries to whip around. Pinion played very close in a lot of those earlier rounds. And there's Poppin finds one through the smoke.
This is getting dangerous.
Put it to use. Is Ion on the corner?
Curry brother.
Struggle.
It's actually confirmed, man.
Wyatt. Okay.
This kid was radiant.
Gonna be
20,
away. Sean next
23. He was so young.
It's dangerous. Pushing through the contingency. Got one. Inspired there from top side though. Sprays him down. Gets 3. They haven't really been able to fight for rubble. That might not be an option. There's a pop over to Mound though that definitely caught my eye here. Starlight's going to see it coming, but first the Haunt will be thrown out. Acreon is again crept up, but this is the same setup we saw last time. Undercut doesn't connect with Acreon, but already someone's gotten into the site. Yet Dimensional Drift active, and he's seen 3 players, so tons of intel gathered here by Exa. And that's filtering now over to Envy as they opt to make the move over towards B, and they're not going to stop for it. Upper smoked. Welly here is in the site. Other side of the cyber cage, deals with Inspire. Now tries to explode. Ion's only good for the 1. More to do though. Poppin sprays through the smoke. It's speculative. There's no one in there. Still no plant. And Ambrosia at a player advantage as we head into the retake.
One of the win cons here for Envy is going to be that Nightfall from Poppin in this 3 versus 4. If he can find an opportunity.
Turn nice too. Available for Ion too. One flash for
That
Exter.
could turn the tides.
Yeah, Thor. Is that you?
Knew we could spray him down.
One enemy remaining.
They make it look clean.
Taken in by Ambrosia, but
But those 2 kills from Exter are insane, man.
They set up for this.
Yeah, and now Ambrosia is broke again.
The game now suits Ion's style. He always wants to be right up in front of people, playing inside of his own smokes when he can.
I mean, Kane is just running at people with the shorties constantly.
Some waves today.
Going to be on Glyph here once more, but he opts off the
Where?
fight. Just trying to be
From these guys, not gonna lie.
Good timing. Double tap active here. That is an undercut that catches at least 1 player.
That's normal. That's actually normal, bro. Actually normal, okay?
With the double tap,
This is just another day in the office, okay? Don't be surprised. But if this is the first time you watch Envy, you watch Kane Zero, that's normal. Those ifs are not normal.
Right here, folks.
FPS problems.
Neither of the surviving players
Yeah.
with ultimates, and Acreon,
That's more likely.
I don't know, like apropos of nothing, makes a swing into the side, an angle that Shondex cannot help him cover.
11 to 9, my friends. These guys are insane.
Valorant.
Yeah, it's map point already.
All right, here's Extra. Dimensional Drift. Easiest round.
I just ask one thing, 5 maps. That's all I want.
Nightfall gonna be popped, they're gonna commit. There's another shorty.
Maybe 3 overtimes too.
Yet another one. Shondex desperation, it's not enough. Not even close. Inspire slips up on the side. Kane with the Odin. And Welly here's
The guy has Nightfall. Can he drain?
He knows he's gonna do it.
Bro, look where Inspire is. He gets the kill. The confidence is unreal, bro. GG! This was Envy map pit.
A little bit of hope and then have it snatched right away from them. His Envy team is the real deal. And
They are, bro. They are.
Level.
Best in the world.
Second
No?
half of that map.
Too early?
Pretty bizarre.
Definitely the most fun to watch, that's for sure. And my friends, it's been a long time since we see rankers now Envy on this map. And my friends, they used to be insane here, bro. I think this was the first map that I watched them play, and they impressed me so much, man. So much.
Integrating it in on various different maps.
I think Knights should play Clove here.
As they started the attack side, Satellite is already
Now it's on Ion.
Man, it is just scary. You never know where on the
How
map
is
that
brother,
Envy are gonna
man?
turn up with a moment's
Prodigy.
notice. Little skirt, and they're in the cookie jar instantly. The one way though is going to, keep being sort of refreshed over towards the A side of the map. So Envy are going to have to defeat that, and that's probably going to give their position away here.
Oh, it looks like they might just walk right into this double push.
No flash required.
Okay.
We take pure contact
trade.
over to here, and Envy trade up in yet another part of the map. Up to Welly.
Yeah, I guess they're
From
too
here
early
is the
there
rock
alone.
solid foundation of this Ambrosia squad. Will he pull off this back toward that?
Yeah, that's
spawn
the deal, I
side?
think.
We've just got some shooters here on the Envy side. Simple as that.
Maybe Welly can isolate a fight. But even at that, you can see the Poppin is ready to swing off Inspire's contact.
Man, everyone on this thing is just insane, bro.
Staying sharp.
This way.
It's just W gaming, bro. Everyone, good luck, Shondex. Should be expecting that. Look at the way he plays, bro.
Oh, it doesn't work.
Okay, this time he got punished.
Spectre trying to push up inside a kill contract does not
still-
favor Kane Zero in the end. One player advantage, and it's Shondex, man. Player like final boss out here on the side. Finally,
Poppy swing.
is able to bring him down. He's going to play a 1v2.
He has O2.
Shocked us to work with, but Almost force-fed one himself and has dropped to 84. Not bad. Aftershock's a problem. Only 7 bullets left in the chamber.
Oh, now he's in trouble.
Nicely done from Ambrosi here. Shot through the corner. Punish these tentative peek attempts from Poppin. And he knows that the round is probably done. Hopes to wrap around. Get one for his trouble. With both heads are turned.
Yeah, that was tough for him, man. Ante.
Closes and Ambrosi have evened up the game.
So often doing that, and then he just gets the upgrade by killing the other player and taking their rifle in the Shadow Realm to come back to the world with it. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Eggster down to 10 as well.
Damn, bro.
He ate a dink.
He's got the like timed to the second, surely. That is incredible from Acreon.
Good shot, Poppin.
Thunder to make this retake. Yeah, pretty trivial.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Poppin not affected by it.
The forbidden round. The forbidden round. Oh my god, you guys. He doesn't know where to look. He's 3-2. Big round. Ambrosius, bro.
And over on that B side, you can see the trips are just set up for backside control swimmers who can try to get back in. They've spotted out Eggster via the cam. Again, Inspire. He wants to play for that mid, cutting off the cross, but they are too aware, Ambrosia.
They actually had a player lit and hit by the undercut.
Okay. Stance position. I miss stance, bro.
Range. And Ion's going to be back in the game here. Can he make an impact? Eggster tucked. Judge in hand. Ion out in the open just has to look for kills. That's good from Eggster, but not good enough. I think Ambrosia knows this is coming their way now. Like prepares himself, slides on out. Inspire falls in a screaming heap.
Oh, that was so good.
That is it. And no point contracting this round.
Oh, so good.
Last play to work with.
And this is going to destroy their economy as well. Big round.
Can he get it done yet again? Decent round for him and already making his way towards yet another dimensional drift. Oh, no bullets here. Too many angles being watched.
Nice spacing there. Looks like they want to fight again. Yeah, they will. 1 for 1 so far.
Lower walk up. Cliff there just with a wild spray. Is able to take the head clean up Poppin. Distinct lack of armor here.
Ace.
That kind of strategy works. Cliff gets his 4 in Ion.
Go for days, bro. Go for days.
Round up a little bit of Skrilla for the rest of the attack side.
Akron. Why, bro?
The ace away. Is that from the shadows now? Cliff earned that last round by finding 4 kills. Looks like that was just a peek over to what was happening at B. Here's Kane. Doesn't have time to go for the double tap, though, and it's his undoing. Well, he's able to make it at least a 1 for 1. Inspired in a 6 spot here. Surely finds at least the 1. The cyber cage here is so droll. Acreon
over the timing.
Completely defeated by that use of util. Now, caught
Poppin still has Zod.
Of a trap that Envy don't even need to spring. Well, he's down at 30. Seen better days. Double swing. What? Sorry. How did they just hand that over to Acreon? Ridiculous transfer. For the glass cannon here. No up though. It's you. 0 armor.
Oh man, he barely got. Yo, observer. Thank you.
Fast pivot here from Envy. Zera in the kill contract.
What's going on here, man?
Catches Eggster.
Oh my goodness, what is what is happening here? What is happening?
In the corner.
Man, very aggressive angle here from Poppin. If he gets only 1, is not enough.
Aldron will force him off the line. Look at Glyph to maybe follow that up pretty quickly.
Bro, he's insane.
Oh, buddy, that's not good.
Oh my god.
In the fault line. Kane's be able to pick up this angle now. Poppin gets away. Barely, but he gets away. 20 health. But crucially, Envy keep that extra gun in the game and Inspire's been able to get now.
1 bullet. Why he only has 1 bullet there? What?
There's an empty mag. Now towards the B site, we've already seen Shondex make great strides in getting some map control. With a smoke towards Market, Ambrosia should be good to plant unless Kane just randomly decides to swing Bobby here.
I mean, he certainly does want to fight. He's
bro, does he check? I don't think he does, bro.
I mean, he's easy 2 shots here to break that. Yeah, Eggster won't be checking this. Heads up to Ion. Not bad. 2 quick kills.
Man, everybody's low.
Envy at least on even footing. There's a player now making their way through B lobby.
1 enemy remaining.
Poppin, beautifully done. Survives that early foray up the A side of the map and then gets a crucial kill. Shondex is 10 HP. Double swing this. Surely you just double swing this. Poppin doesn't wait for Ion. The spacing isn't there. Now Ion is at least able to finish the job with the.
We got a game. We got a game. I like this buck here. Reminds me of Jugma.
Satellite is convinced he's in this corner. Doesn't open up.
A lot of damage. A lot of damage. Oh my goodness. I bet he doesn't do that, bro.
That was some crazy damage from that range.
This is such a big round for Envy.
Look at the weapons.
Lackluster attack.
These guys play Valorant, bro. You know, like
It might just be able to string something together.
you can tell this guy didn't came from CS, bro. Their first FPS is probably Valorant. The way they think about the game, the way they play the game is you know, it's different, man. This new generation, they don't even know what CS is.
They're just rotating back to where they've left Shomdex inserted. He's gotten his way into market, so Inspire's going to have to anchor this. Needs to really at least get one here, but he can't.
Yeah, all the King's horses looking at him there. Hunter's Fury comes out. Ion able to avoid it. And Willie, remember, he's down to 6 after that buck. He connected earlier on. X is still getting value this round. Here come Envy.
Together. But Ion with a catch.
Okay, this is very reminiscent rather of those rubble fights that we saw on Lotus.
Yeah,
see what remains in this
classic between these things, man.
With bodies. God, he's so adamant about playing from this corner. Ah, yeah, come on. There's no way.
You see the reactions from these players, man. It's so aggressive. They do the opposite what we expect them to do, you know?
His position. Popper still gets his.
It's just so aggro. They're getting lit up by drones, neural thefts.
I need to see these guys on VCT, bro. I'm not kidding, man. I need to see this thing together playing on VCT. I hate these rules. They need to change that.
Now, though, definitely pulling out of this side. XD hears this, so at least can...
We need tournaments with tier 2 and 1. The problem is that if you write in this tournament